What's up, darts fans? Welcome back to dartsreport.com. Smash that like button and hit subscribe so you never miss the top darts stories. Want to play a darts game from your own board? Check out sportsarena.app/game. Johnny Clayton extends his Premier League lead with a huge win in Rotterdam. The Welshman defeats Luke Littler 6-4 in the Night 11 final, claiming his fourth nightly victory of the season and strengthening his position at the top of the table. Clayton told Sky Sports he is over the moon with the win, adding, "I love every second of it. 4 nightly wins, amazing. Absolutely over the moon." Wayne Mardle praised Littler's performance under pressure, noting on commentary, "When he has this swagger, he's hard to deal with. He's giving it the full repertoire. I like it." Clayton's resilience was key as he recovered from an early 2-0 deficit against Littler, who raced ahead with 3 maximums to secure the victory with clinical doubling. Can Clayton maintain this form and secure his place at the O2 Arena, or will Littler and others mount a comeback in the final weeks? What do you think? Drop your take in the comments below. Luke Littler faces a hostile Rotterdam crowd and tells them to calm down. The world #1 receives heavy boos and whistles from Dutch fans during Premier League Night 11, just a week after his clash with Jan van Veen in Manchester. Littler told Sky Sports, "It was exactly what I expected, the boos and whistles. But I knew as soon as I got on stage I could do my job." Wayne Mardle expressed concerns before the night about how Littler would handle the crowd, hoping he would win to put the narrative to bed, stating, "He really has to put that to bed. He just has to come up here and play." Littler's ability to perform under such pressure, reaching the final despite the hostility, shows his mental toughness, but the ongoing crowd reactions could become a distraction. Will this hostile reception continue in future tournaments, and how will Littler adapt if it does? What do you think? Drop your take in the comments below. Michael van Gerwen suffers another early exit in Rotterdam, and he is so annoyed. The Dutch star loses 6-2 to Johnny Clayton in the quarter-finals on Night 11, marking his 4th consecutive year with an immediate exit at home since the format change in 2022. Van Gerwen told Viaplay, "I'm absolutely gutted. I'm so annoyed because I feel so good, and then I don't show what I can do. I think I play an okay match, but I'm so much better than this." Johnny Clayton praised his own performance after the win, noting the tough atmosphere but relishing the victory in front of the passionate Dutch crowd. Van Gerwen's frustration is understandable given his high standards, but with 5 league nights left and a virtual playoff spot, he has time to bounce back. Can Van Gerwen overcome this home curse and deliver a strong performance in Liverpool next week, or will the pressure continue to mount? What do you think? Drop your take in the comments below. Jan van Veen slams his own form as not Premier League worthy after a disappointing debut. The Dutchman loses 6-2 to Luke Humphries on Night 11 in Rotterdam, admitting his performance fell short of the standard he expects in the Premier League.
Van Veen told Viaplay, "It's not Premier League worthy. This has been my level lately. Scoring-wise, it's not good enough. That frustrates me. I'm working hard, but it's not paying off yet."
Luke Humphries secured the win with a clinical display, moving above Van Veen in the standings and keeping his own playoff hopes alive. Van Veen's self-criticism highlights his ambition, but physical issues from recent kidney stone surgery may be impacting his form, requiring patience and recovery.
Will Van Veen turn things around in the remaining nights, or will this slump jeopardize his Premier League future?
What do you think? Drop your take in the comments below.
Raymond van Barneveld is shaken by scathing remarks from a former colleague. Dick Van Dyke calls the five-time world champion the biggest narcissist there is in an interview with Panorama, deeply affecting Van Barneveld.
Vincent van der Voort shared on the Darts Dried Door podcast that this one definitely hit Van Barneveld hard, revealing Van Dyke's history with the player.
Van der Voort speculated that Van Dyke might hold a grudge, saying, "He seems to have a bit of a grudge, it feels like something is bothering him." This personal attack adds to a tough year for Van Barneveld, and the fallout could impact his morale and focus in upcoming events. How will Van Barneveld respond to these comments, and will there be further reactions from the darts community?
What do you think? Drop your take in the comments below.
Vincent van der Voort criticizes the PDC's handling of the transgender player ban. The former professional darter calls the rule change barring transgender players from the women's series a personal tragedy for Noelyn van Leuven. Van der Voort stated on the Darts Dried Door podcast that the decision ends Van Leuven's sporting opportunities abruptly, but acknowledged the international trend towards separate categories. He specifically criticized the lack of sanctions when Dieter Hedman refused to play against Van Leuven, asserting, "You have to suspend her and say that she, of all people, is no longer welcome." Van der Voort's comments highlight the human impact of the rule change, but also the complex debates around fairness and inclusion in sports. Will the PDC review its enforcement of rules in light of such criticisms, and what future does Van Leuven have in darts?
What do you think? Drop your take in the comments below.
Luke Humphries' Premier League playoff hopes are hanging by a thread. The world number 2 sits 7th in the table after 10 nights, still without a nightly win and 5 points adrift of 4th-placed Michael van Gerwen. Commentator Chris Murphy noted on the Love the Darts podcast, "I don't know what the problem is because something does seem slightly off," but added Humphries could still catapult himself into playoff spots. Analyst Michael Bridge suggested Humphries' mindset away from darts is a factor, saying, "He's getting his life back a bit. I don't think he'll be devastated if he doesn't make the top 4. Humphries needs to win nights, not just matches, to secure a playoff place, but his recent form and relaxed attitude raise questions about his urgency. Can Humphries mount a late surge in the final weeks, or is his Premier League campaign effectively over?
What do you think? Drop your take in the comments below.
Johnny Clayton praises Luke Littler's talent after their Rotterdam final clash. Clayton highlights Littler's ability to perform under pressure, noting the world number 1 was heavily booed by the crowd but still reached the final. Clayton remarked, "What a player, and to beat him, I've done my job," emphasizing his satisfaction in overcoming such a formidable opponent. This praise comes after Clayton's victory over Littler, which extended his lead at the top of the Premier League table and showcased his own consistency. Clayton's respect for Littler's talent underscores the competitive spirit at the top, but also his confidence in his own game and strategy. Will this mutual respect translate into more thrilling encounters between these two as the Premier League season reaches its climax?
What do you think? Drop your take in the comments below.
Johnny Clayton warns of a Littler bite-back despite his growing head-to-head success. Clayton admits he is over the moon with his 4th nightly win but plays down any edge over Littler, joking that the world champion might come back and beat me up. Clayton told Sky Sports, "Not at all, I'm not going to say anything about that, because probably he'll come back and beat me up. At the moment the grandad has got one up." He also dismissed suggestions that his place at finals night is already secured, despite a 5-point lead, insisting, "No, I'm not saying it yet. It looks good, but I'm not there yet." Clayton's cautious approach shows he is not taking anything for granted, which could be key in maintaining his form and focus in the final weeks. Can Clayton hold off Littler and others to secure the top spot, or will complacency creep in as the playoffs approach?
What do you think? Drop your take in the comments below.
Johnny Clayton's Rotterdam triumph solidifies his position as Premier League frontrunner. The Welshman's victory extends his lead to 5 points over second-placed Luke Littler, with both players all but assured of a place at the O2 Arena for finals night. Clayton showed resilience throughout the evening, beating Michael van Gerwen and Josh Rock before overcoming Littler in the final, with solid scoring and ruthless doubling. In other matches, Dutch duo John van Veen and Michael van Gerwen were eliminated early, while Luke Humphries' semi-final exit kept his playoff hopes alive but challenging. Clayton's consistency and ability to win key moments make him the favourite, but with 5 nights left, the race for the top 4 remains intense. Will Clayton cruise to the O2 Arena, or will the pressure of being frontrunner test his nerves in the coming weeks?
What do you think? Drop your take in the comments below. By the way, is it time for a darts upgrade? Buy Loxley darts at thedartslounge.co.uk and use code ARENA10 for 10% off everything. Help us hit our next milestone. Tap that subscribe button and turn on notifications, and we will see you tomorrow.